On our platform, we want to highlight a historical figure for Black History Month. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce you guys to somebody who you should already know. And if you don't know, you can do your research. I'm going to give you some key points on him. Then I'm going to even introduce you to a book that he wrote to promote literacy during Black History Month. That historical figure that we're talking about is Dr. Carter G. Woodson. He's the whole reason why we even have Black History Month. He's called the godfather of Black history. So I'm going to run down some fun facts, some key points, just so you guys can get familiar with who he is. Born December 19th, 1875, he was a high school principal in the United States. He also was a supervisor in the Philippines. He was a member of the first Black professional fraternity. In 1915, he founded the Journal of Negro History. He founded the Association for the Study of African American Life and History. He was the dean of a college. He was the dean of the College of Arts and Sciences at Howard University. In 1912, he was the second Black person to receive a doctorate from Harvard. W.E.B. Du Bois was the first. In a press release in 1926, he announced that the second week of February would be Negro History Week, conceding the birthdays of Abraham Lincoln and Frederick Douglass. That's why he moved it to the second week. Last bullet point. Actually not last bullet point, but bullet point number 9. In 1976, Negro History Week became Black History Month. So again, he's the reason why we even have a Black History Month. Woodson said, "We are going back to the beautiful history and it's going to inspire us to do great achievements." Now, in promoting Dr. Carter G. Woodson, I want to promote a literary work because I feel it's important that we have this independent Black media platform that we inspire others, whether they're young or whether they're our age, to get back into reading.
Right.
I know you put me on when I was younger. You told me you read magazines to get inspired. You got books.
Right.
I'm getting back into reading, so I just want to promote, especially for Black History Month. So the title of the book is The Miseducation of the Negro. And this is the paperback copy because I know if you have this in the hardcover, the cover looks different.
Yeah, smaller.
Smaller, has a different picture on it. So the thesis of this book written by Woodson is for African Americans in the 1930s, when the book was published, we're being culturally conditioned rather than taught in American schools. If you control a man's thinking, you do not have to worry about his actions. That's a hell of a bar. I'm just going to read one paragraph. So chapter 3 is called How We Drifted Away from the Truth by Dr. Carter G. Woodson. How then did the education of the Negro take such a trend? The people who maintained the schools for the education of certain Negroes before the Civil War were certainly sincere, and so were the missionary workers who went south to enlighten the freedmen after the results of the conflict had given the Negroes a new status. The earnest workers, however, had more enthusiasm than knowledge. They did not understand the task before them. This undertaking, too, was more of an effort towards social upliftment rather than education. Their aim was to transform the Negroes, not to develop them. The freedmen who were to be enlightened were given little thought. For the best friends of the race, ill-taught themselves followed their traditions, curricula of the times, which did not take the Negro into consideration, except to condemn and pity them. Ill book about the time of African Americans and how we were miseducated. Again, that historical figure for Black History Month is Dr. Carter G. Woodson. Hope we inspired you to pick up a book and learn something.